everyone. My name is Laurent Bacque, so I'm part of the CLS group. I am based in Toulouse, France. And actually today I'm filling in for Salvador Garcia, who couldn't make it today. So he asked me to do a presentation about our company and about our new services that we are launching this month about smart herding. So just to begin with, I'll explain quickly who we are in a few words. So we are basically the environmental subsidiary of the French Space Agency. We're working in 5 different activities. I will be speaking about one of them today, which is environment and climate. We are a global company with a global presence, but this is not what is it about today. What I wanted to say is that we are the exclusive provider of the Argus services that you may already know. We are basically tracking wildlife for over 4 decades now. We were the company who actually started doing Doppler localization on Earth even before GPS was invented. And basically, we're using that expertise today to address a new challenge, which is the global herding challenge. So what about the global herding challenges? So based on our, let's say, study on the different countries in the world, we have noted different challenges in these countries. So, for example, one of them is livestock losses due to, for example, seasonal migration or predation or disease and theft, for example. In other cases, there is a lack of visibility, for example, in Mongolia, where this picture was taken, where they actually use very, very vast lands to breed their horses or other types of animals. So the regions are very remote. There are no fences, no infrastructure, no local GSM coverage. It's very difficult to communicate in these areas. The third axe would be pasture degradation due to overgrazing, for example, which is a real challenge in a lot of Central Asian countries. Additional pressures comes from climate change or natural disasters as well, and land regulation as well is a very big issue in many countries. Diplomatic issues, dangerous borders, wars. It's even more up to date now. And basically what we wanted to do is that we needed a global solution with a seamless connection all around the world, reliable, robust, and even where there was no GSM connectivity or local infrastructure. So what we did is that we came up with one solution that we called smart herding. So it's based on 3 main pillars, I would say. The first one is a universal color that was designed by our company. So the thing that is really interesting about this color compared to what you can find today is that we wanted to do something very simple, very straightforward. So it's just a geolocation device. Very affordable in order to scale up to cover as many animals as possible. So to give you an idea, today these colors are usually sold for several thousands of euros. It can go up to 10,000 euros depending on the quality of the device. This one is actually around 200 euros to give you the scale. So the second pillar of this solution is satellite-based technology. So we use telemetry, which is communication by satellite using our own constellation of IoT satellites. And we also use satellite imagery, Earth observation, to add some layers of vegetation analysis, for example. And the third pillar of this solution is a web platform that we also developed in-house, and an application as well on which you can basically visualize everything. I have a few more slides if I have some additional time regarding each pillar. So regarding the color, we made it as universal as possible, but of course it's not for all animals. So today we have tried these colors, for example, on cows, sheep, camels, horses, caribou in Canada. We are doing some tests as well on saiga in Mongolia. And there are some others that we are also going to try this year. So it's a new product, so we're still adding new animals to the list. It's a very easy color to install. Basically, the GPS reporting is very simple. It can be set from 1 position per day to 24 positions per day. So again, it's satellite, it's not GSM, so there is no real-time communication here. The color is designed and made in France, and it was designed to have a very long autonomy, between 1 year to 4 years without changing the battery. Regarding the satellite connectivity, why do we use satellite? So we are aiming for specific applications. Basically, we are aiming for applications, for example, that are tracking animals crossing oceans, crossing continents, for example, or borders or areas where there is absolutely no GSM connectivity or any other kind of infrastructure. So basically, we can cover the entire planet with regardless where we are. Where the animal is, sorry. So that's why we're using satellite connectivity. And the third pillar was the web platform and application. So it's basically a web platform where you can visualize everything. So all the positions of your assets, and also the added value services such as geofencing, for example. So geofencing, I don't know if you're familiar, but it's basically creating virtual fences on the map, and then you get an alert whenever your device is actually checking a position beyond that fence, for example. So it could be used, for example, whenever an animal is getting out of a quarantine area, for example, or whenever an animal is crossing a specific reserve where there are lions, for example. So it could be dangerous for that animal to enter that area. These are some examples that I have in mind based on real cases. And so on that platform, we can also add pasture analysis studies as well, or even contextual or in-situ data such as weather stations information that could be directly integrated into the platform. And the platform can be modified depending on who you are and what do you need to see. It's basically all customizable. So yeah, I wish I could do a demo, but I don't have much time. So if you want to see more about the platform, you have a preview on the background where you see, for example, turtles and birds and rams and cows on the same map. So if you're interested in this, I'll be happy to show you a bit more about this platform. And thank you, everyone. I hope it was clear enough.
Thanks so much, Laurent. Really appreciate that. Yeah, maybe if we've got time at the end, then maybe we could do a demo. But I see a hand up from Gwen. Please unmute and go ahead.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Great. So we use virtual fences in our land management agency here in Colorado, or some of our permittees do, for cattle. And this is really interesting because it's satellite based. For them, you've mentioned the virtual fencing. For them, obviously, that includes, it's kind of like a shot collar capability. I wasn't sure if yours had that to kind of help control where the herds go based on how the permittees draw those fence lines, or is it more of just an alert system? And then also, kind of, how does your fee structure work? You said that they purchase the collars. Is there a monthly fee or an annual fee that they have to pay to have access to this?
That's okay. So regarding the geofencing, we are only providing alerts. The color doesn't. I'm not sure if I understood well. Like you were saying that the color might shock the animal, maybe to make it change the direction, or I wasn't sure.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's a way. Obviously, they train them first. They train the animals first on a very small controlled area, and then as they're able to kind of change where the animals are, or they want to change where the animals are grazing on the landscape, they can redraw the boundaries, and then when it kind of beeps to alert the cows that they're approaching the edge of the fence, and then they would get a shot correct if they crossed over. And then you also can get alerts as well, but I wasn't sure if that was a capability for training the cows. Okay.
Yeah, I understand. So I know you have a few companies doing this kind of system. So we are not really doing that. We only provide geofencing alerts, and then it's up to the person on the field to do what they need to do. So they can, for example, set up a rotation plan with different grazing areas, for example. But the color is not going to shock the animal or interact with the animal at all. And the second question was the fee structure. So yes, indeed, whenever you buy a color, there is a monthly fee that is proportional to the number of positions that you want per day. But to give you just a rough idea, it can go from 10 to 30 euros per month and per color, depending on the configuration.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
So if you want me to do a demonstration, please feel free to send me an email to this email address that is displaying on the screen right now. Or if you have any other question or anything, I'll be happy to discuss with you, or I will put you in touch with Sal, who is actually based in North America.
Thank you very much, Laurent. That was super interesting. Thanks for the questions as well.